Honestly, I don't think there's a kind of music that I enjoy reacting to and analyzing and breaking down more than the music that comes out of the League of Legends universe or the Arcane universe. Anything in that world, I just love it so much. There's so much to talk about. The songs are so hyped. They're so well written, well produced. The animation is out of this world good. It's like overwhelmingly good. I think I say that at the end of the video. It's overwhelmingly good. And I enjoyed every second. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you gain appreciation for these artists, and I'll see you afterwards. Even that looks cool.
What's in your heart? What's left to give? When everything's broken, chasing the wind.
It's so beautiful. Like, the animation is absolutely stunning. You guys know Arcane is my favorite show ever. And the animation here is just absolutely brilliant. Sorry, I'm just stunned by these colors. And Alex Seaver of Mako, the songwriter for this, who's a buddy of mine now and who's come on my podcast twice. I'll leave links for those up here. Really amazing to speak with him about how he writes these songs. He has this way, of finding really cool chords and then creating really cool atmospheric textures to fill out all the empty space. It feels like we're in this environment here, in this animated environment. And then also to have, he always has driving elements. In these anthems anyway, not for every song he writes, but in these anthems, there's always a driving element. It's very subtle here, but you can hear the ever so subtly building already, even from the beginning. It's wonderful. So now it's just in this, cinematic soft piano. And right here. And then later, more, I think, way in the background, more like percussive elements start coming in too that continue that drive.
What's in your heart? What's left to give?
And right before the vocalist comes in, you got to pay really close attention when we get a like just the slightest way in the distance percussion aiding to that rhythm.
What's in your heart? What's left to give? When everything's broken, chasing the wind.
Stunning, pure pop vocals from, is this G.E.M? Let's take a look at the description real quick. Make sure we're on track here. On bass, on par. Yes, G.E.M. G.E.M. I don't know. Yes, Alex Seaver, Mako, and Sebastian Najand. Lyrics produced by Alex. He's unreal. Okay, so G.E.M. We're gonna go with G.E.M because it's easier to say. Beautiful, light, lyric pop vocals here. Whenever she's in her upper range, she's just allowing this light, floaty head voice quality to come through, even though we're not high at all yet. B flat, maybe? Let's check that.
What's in your heart? What's left to give?
Yeah, so that's just B flat. So this is a singer who, no doubt, now I'm not familiar, but I have no doubt this singer could absolutely rip it in pure chest voice to that B flat and probably a fourth higher, maybe even a fifth higher. There's no chance this isn't an incredibly skilled, advanced singer to be on the world the world anthem. So, but she's taking a much lighter approach. She's intentionally not connecting it super heavily and belting, right? We're at the very start of the song. We have so far to go. You don't want to come out the gate swinging too hard because then you don't leave a place to go vocally. and otherwise. That would apply to instrumentation as well. So she's got this very lovely, light, breathy, airy pop vocal approach.
What's in your heart? What's left to give?
Also some solid vocal fries. What's in your heart? What's left to give? Right? That actually is a really great tool to help get good vocal fold closure. I won't nerd out about that right now, but anyway, we got some nice vocal fries.
What's in your heart? What's left to give? When everything's broken, chasing the wind.
Nice. Yes.
Under those scars, there's a lion within. Stay in the moment. And history lasts because you wrote it.
Love that progression. So we feel the vocals ramping up. She's putting a little bit more weight behind it. Still on that high note. She totally flipped into head voice. Very light. But overall, y'all can feel it. You can feel her vocals building in intensity, and the whole backing track is following perfectly, just ever so steadily building.
Chasing the wind. Under those scars, there's a lion within.
Be natural up there.
In the moment, and history lasts because you wrote it. Make your whole life was a sacrifice. Every scream you cried was the blood you've given to bathe in the flood. Would you sacrifice?
There it is. Yep. Did you hear how clear the was by the end of this first chorus? So what's interesting that we don't get here, that I wager we'll get later, is usually when we get to the first chorus of these anthems that Mako's written so many of, is like really big drums. Like whether it's like more EDM based drums, or whether it's more like cinematic organic drums. Usually we get very heavy drums in as soon as the first chorus, but we don't here. It's all driven by, basically full orchestra comes in on the chorus. More of this driving motion happens. The vocals are more intense. So the intensity builds. We feel it building, but not in the same kind of wall of sound way that so many of these anthems have gone, where first chorus, we're getting smashed with drums and all the rest of it. That is, I think, a really great sign, actually, because it, again, gives us a place to build. It will give us contrast going later in the song. So this is it. You wouldn't necessarily think this is a chorus already. Yeah. So that's up to D flat 5, no problem. Very in the fully connected to chest voice. Like I said, that's a minor third up from that B flat I mentioned earlier. Big, powerful belt. And yeah, awesome. So vocally, she's in a similar place, melody-wise, as the first verse, but there's much more chest connection. There's more vocal fold closure. There's more intensity to the sound. And of course, now we do get drums. We get drums in the second verse that are going to carry us into the second chorus, which I imagine is going to be huge and have a lot of drums as well. But there's so much you can feel. There's so much more drive. This song starts out very much like Legends Never Die, for example, which is very atmospheric, female pop vocal, right? Very little drive, a little bit, but very little drive. This one, same thing, starts out very atmospheric, pop female vocal, and then goes. Now the difference is that Legends Never Die, huge first chorus, big drums, all that. This is taking longer to build. We already got another high D flat belt there towards the end of this second verse, and we didn't get anything close to that in the first verse. So again, this is just showing the levels that everything is increasing. Vocal range, vocal intensity, instrumentation, this driving rhythm. We got drums now, all building. Wow. Oh, so that's actually, this is a bold songwriting move from Mako here to go into this second chorus where this is okay. First chorus was relatively chill for a world anthem chorus. Second chorus, surely the big drums are coming in the second chorus, and it's even more mellow. It's even more pulled back and maintains the atmosphere to it. We just got to a point, which is the bridge, but before the last chorus, I'm assuming, where we finally get some more wall of sound like drums, but still not to the full capacity. So I think, Alex, third chorus, I think he's coming for us in the third chorus. This is it. Just have these wonderful atmospheric elements. We have this like sunburst guitar pattern happening with obviously there's a lot of reverb and delay, and again, adding to the atmosphere. There's some interesting other textures that are layered super deep. And then I think we get some vocal effects as well, like taking a part of a vocal and kind of making it more like an element of the background kind of thing. Like that. I gotta say, those two notes, feels like My Heart Will Go On, which is an absolutely, epic song. So good. What if someone did a remake of My Heart Will Go On, but in the style of a League of Legends world anthem? Producers out there, that'd be really cool. Near, far, wherever you are. The chords change. The chords change after the high note, but just that first part of it is like spot on. Before we get into the big moment, this is such a relatable thing. So I've written a 30-song original concept album about Achilles and the Trojan War. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes of music, and there are a number of moments in there where not even a number, like 2 or 3, that there's like motifs that are very similar in an already popular song, and you do it and you cannot separate the two, but you realize that song, one of the reasons it got so popular is because they wrote it the perfect way. They really nailed it. Like, one of the motifs I have sounds like it's from a really popular Disney movie. And it's like, well, and I tried writing that part like 100 other ways. And I was like, it's just not as good. It's just not as good. So I'm just gonna use this tiny little moment that sounds like another song. And it's not ripped. It's not the exact same melody. It's not the exact same chord progression, but it sounds enough like it because it's such an iconic moment. And there's also a moment that sounds like a Backstreet Boys song. Just like the first chord. The first chord is like, this sounds like a Backstreet Boys song. And then it goes on. But anyway, I feel the songwriter's plight, and like, you find something that sounds really good. Maybe you don't realize it at the time. And then if Mako hasn't realized it now, he'll realize it during this analysis and be like, shit. It's like, well, no wonder it sounded so like powerful and uplifting. It's like, it's from one of the most powerful, uplifting songs. Anyway, I digress. There it is. The production's brilliant. Alex, just congratulations, man. This is just stunning production. And then mixing, which I don't believe Alex does, because we chatted about that on, I think, our first podcast. The mixing is just like... Mixing might be, in my opinion, the hardest thing to do well in the whole music industry. And it's one of the most underappreciated things, because you just hear a radio ready song and there's so much that goes into making a like perfectly crafted, balanced sound. And so anyway, great production from Mako. Great mixing as well from you know what, let's see if we got the mixing engineer down here. Tony Maserati. Fucking Tony, dude. Absolutely brilliant mixing from Tony Maserati. Here we go. There it is. Oh, you dirty boy, Alex. Saving everything for the third chorus. This is an amazing bridge, because the first part of the bridge has heavy drums, and then it totally strips away and it builds without the use of drums. And drums are an easy way to make something build. You know, you just increase the frequency and increase the intensity, and you've got like some kind of riser going. It's like what every house song does. This is such a more nuanced, interesting way to build to a massive wall of sound. There are probably a million tracks in Alex's DAW, digital audio workstation. It's like a million. Like there are so many atmospheric, vibey things happening, overlaying right now. If you're not listening on headphones, it probably just sounds like, I don't know, sounds. But if you listen carefully, there's a lot going on. Okay, there are some drums. Oh yeah. Cut out. Yeah, like this is an absolute wall of sound. It is a mixing miracle that everything still sounds clear, that everything still sounds clean. Like if you can really dial in to each sound if you're listening on nice headphones. But to someone who's not as good at mixing, this would be such a mess because there's so much. And Alex one of our podcasts together talks about he always throws too much in a project, then has to like pull things back and strip things down. But he still always ends up with a lot of tracks happening at once, and this becomes a Herculean feat for a mixing engineer. Tons of vocal layering here too. Still up to that. I think the D flat's still our max right now for G.E.M. It is overwhelmingly good. It's just a brilliant song, and I'm like, the animation is so peak. Everything about this is peak. That's what League of Legends does. They put out peak music and peak animation and peak projects, and really, really stunning. Really stunning. There are so many details that I would love to bore you with just in the final chorus and the rest of the song. This video, I'm not exaggerating. I could make this a 3 to 4 hour analysis video. I'm not kidding. There's so much cool shit to talk about, but I won't do that. So we're just going to vibe out and see how it ends. The vibrato sounds a little like it maybe was slightly like the vibrato was a little bit edited in. Vibrato is very, very weird and hard to edit. If you record something badly with vibrato, in my experience, there's really no way to like fix it properly to where it sounds totally natural. It's very tough with pitch too, because vibrato is going at least like a full tone, or at least like a half step up and down, bare minimum. And so if you have it in like tuning software like Melodyne, which all vocals go through at a high production level, all vocals get tuned. So if you don't think they get tuned, you could put that aside. They all get tuned heavily. It's really hard to do pitch because it might look in Melodyne like it's on the wrong pitch, but because of the vibrato, it actually sounds like it's perfectly in tune. Very weird thing. I'm trained professionally as an opera singer for many years at this point. And so there are moments when I'm tracking vocals when I'll want to put a nice consistent vibrato in there. And on a long sustained note, it's pretty easy. But if you do it while on moving notes, the Melodyne is like, I have no idea what's happening. The lines are like just all over the place. Anyway, this, and I noticed it earlier, but I didn't point it out. The vibrato here on this final note just sounds a little artificial to me. It's not that anything, it's the actual timbre, the sound, the vocal color to it. It's not like it's a weird vibrato speed or a weird vibrato amount. It's a relatively fast vibrato speed, but vibrato is relatively natural once you've trained it. So it's not that it's too fast to be human, or it's too wide or too thin. It just has a little bit of like a robotic quality to it. Anyway, minor details. Whoa. And I think Mako has been writing the anthem for 10 years. I think Rise in 2015 or 2017? Maybe 2017. A long time. Dude has been writing these anthems for a long time. Guys, this is so fun. I mean, this is like seriously my favorite music, bar none. I typically don't cover that much of it. It performs okay on the channel, but I'm trying to do things that the most people will enjoy the most. So if you guys like this stuff, I mean, I would be happy to talk about any song from League of Legends or the Arcane universe, any of it. So drop your recommendations below. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you gained appreciation for these awesome artists, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.